Consumes or items are not allowed unless they're specified. Offhands pretty much are generally allowed. It's just mostly consumes that are not allowed. But engineering, like it's like helmet is banned. Boots are allowed. Essentially, helmet's the only engineering item banned. Like sappers, grenades, all that's fine. They'll return to the middle of the ring here. So they look to start round 2. It's kind of annoying that we can't have flags down because I'm not really sure when they're actually supposed to start. But here, the Druid goes into bear form, and it looks like we're going to start round 2. Return flag, stealthing as he looks to open here in the second round. Cheap shot comes out.
The Rupture's going to go down afterwards. They're just putting down the dots. The bleeds right now. The Fairy Fire goes onto the Rogue. The Demoralizing Roar is as well, but oh, no CD reset. We fucked that one up. Let me,
Oh, okay. Stop.
Oopsie,
stop.
sorry guys. I'm going to put my swim speed onto 3 as well.
Is there a way that we can, like, stun people here? And I'm just going to summon him over here. So he has to go away.
Do we need to, North, do you think it'd be smarter just to go to the dueling tournament for ease?
Yeah,
like it's going to take, we're going to forget a lot. I hate to do it, but...
Yeah, like, this was a cool idea. This was a cool idea, but yeah, fuck this shit. We'll just go to the fucking duel tournament. I'm gonna start summoning everyone.
Yep, sounds good.
I'm gonna summon you. I'm gonna go from the bottom of the list to the top of the list.
Okay. It's just too much. It was I really like that idea, but maybe we can think of a way to do stuff like that in the future in different spots where they are eligible to duel and reset all that.
All right, everyone should be here. Who's not here? Who's not here? Everyone should be here unless I misclicked it all. Okay, I didn't. We're gonna get them out here onto the field. Target return. Oh, return flag. Dot summon. Is it return? Is it just return flag? Okay, it should just be return flag. Okay, he's here. All right. Bit scoffed entrance there. Druid ran into Rogue with no poison cleanse. Yeah, not sure why he did that. He should have backed off and reacquired the poison cleanse. Doesn't do it there. He loses the first duel. Had a bit of scuffed nonsense there. Steezy trying to be cool. I'm just going to invis him there. As we look to start the second duel, return flag is going to start stealth here. He's going to open up with the cheap shot onto Vidopa for the second round.
All right, cool. Get my swim speed set.
Sprint comes out. The bash does come out in response to get the kite. He does have the moonfire and the insect swarm coming out. Sprinting on top of the Druid. He's just looking to kite. Escape Artist comes out, but doesn't look like it actually removes whatever slow is present.
I think I just made him fly.
Like perma-slowed. Oh, did you just make him swim in the middle of
I think I did, but I don't think it affected anything. If it did, I was trying to make myself fly. I was panicking. The Continual Rift is going to come down. The blind is as well. Gosh, that's scuffed. The gouge is going to connect afterwards, but they are in bear form, so there isn't going to necessarily be much they can do. They do vanish instantly, and they are going to just bandage themselves back up to full right now, and the blind is still ticking away. What are they going to do with this opener? Will they sap? Will they decide to use a cheap shot? I'm not sure.
Can't sap, given that it is a bear in bear form. No beast saps in vanilla. The kidney shot will come out. A lot of damage coming down. He's not looking for the bleeds here. War Stomp will land. It's not interrupted this time. Thorm Grenade will come out as well. The DR will be on it, but return flag coming in. The Feral Charge in response. Gouge, but it's on full DR, so he'll walk away with the Arena Grandmaster on. The helmet will come out, actually, from Vidopa. And I believe that's a disqualification if he doesn't lose right here. NS will come out in response. We'll let it continue. He gets the NS off this round, doesn't actually lose it. I'm not sure. I think that was an NS. It didn't look like a Swiftman. Not sure why my cooldown add-on didn't track it. Here, running with the Frenzied Region. He has the Feral Charge up. Throwing Grenade will come out in response. The Ball's Poison is out. The grenade does not connect or is resisted, and he's looking for the damage. Return Flag's low.
Yeah, return flag is low right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish this one off. The kidney shot's going to come out, but the Druid is getting low as well. The Insect Swarm is going to come out. Actually, return flag turns it around and gets the win.
Coming from 1%. No NG. No NG's allowed, just not helmet. Return flag will take it 2-0, despite the helmet used by Vidopa. It wasn't really used to great effect there anyway. And return flag will advance in our round 1. Captain, you're not going in the next round. You're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're the 7th match. So the first match was concluded, and we have our second match. Potty Pooper against Show-bec here.
Actually, I had never custom or like finalized it. So,
Oh, did I not refresh it?
Yo, get that shit, party. Fuck him up, dude.
Yeah, we got the both of them. So make sure no NG helmet, by the way. Yes. Ugh. No NG. Yeah. It's
5
just the helmet, 'cause
months.
helmet can make a lot of
FAA
matchups
Jeff
kinda
time
shitty.
flies.
Oh, what the fuck? Someone just text to speech in this group chat?
Shoot, Bugsy was saying.
Hmm?
Oh, I think there was an audio issue on my end there for a sec.
Oh, okay.
How do I
so
actually update these brackets? I kind of forgot.
You like there's like a button record score. Have you started the tournament, or are you just looking at the bracket? You can hit start tournament.
I might have to start tournament yet.
Yeah. Here, as you're doing that, we do have the second match starting up. Dueling flag is down between Party Pooper and Show-bec TV. Whoa, stop. You let Rogue open. Wait. Jesus, scuffed intros from both of these. From both of these, a helmet coming out first and a mage arcane explosioning. I like the gusto, but unfortunately a bit too gung-ho for the tournament today. Party Pooper will let Show-bec open here. He does have the title in response after the sheep shot gets blinked. Big burst coming out. Title in response. Polymorph pig will go down. We see a trinket from Show-bec. I'm not sure that he's using one. He'll sit the full polymorph, and a rank 1 max rank frostbolt will come out.
They are going to evade right now. The freezing proc is going to come down. He's about to about half HP. The evasion has come out. The blind is going to connect. The ice block is going to come out following. The frost nova is going to connect as soon as the vanish does. The Kona Cold does it afterwards. The fire blast is enough to finish him off.
You hate to see that Nova right immediately after the vanish. Party Pooper goes up 1-0. He doesn't need to get Show-bec out of stealth to win this one. Getting the fire ward up early, I like that. I like to see getting the fire damage up because you know versus Rogue, he's going to try for that sapper ending if he has an available. Cheap shot will follow up with the title, but a double title means Show-bec is standing there because of the DR with cheap shot and title. He's got the skull up. Line will come out. Ice block in response. It looks like Party Pooper has the advantage.
The Skull Impending Doom is being used right now, so he can't be sheeped, but he's getting very low right now. The Vanish is going to come out, but the Grenade is going to hit as well, and it's going to be victory for Party Pooper.
Party Pooper had Show-bec TV's number that match, got him out of every single Vanish that I saw, and with the Grenade at the end to flourish, takes the match 2-0. GG. Our next match of the day is going to be, what is it going to be? Going to be T-Man versus Maggot, Rogue versus Shaman. And now a change in this matchup is that those Shaman will get one Stone Claw totem.
I'm drawing a blank. Where was the start tournament? I'm like looking there like a blind fool.
I think I don't honestly know where it is. I think you like just have to. You're at registration right now. If you go to like bracket, it could be there. They're actually dueling right now. We could just record. You could just get like a notepad, honestly.
Just good old-fashioned notepad-eroni. You'd think I'd remember. We've messed around with it a couple of times, but
you have to go to like standings. I'm not sure. The opener will come out here. I'm not sure. The Stone Claw does not actually get it on. We have the cheap shot coming out in response. Flame shock will go down onto T-Man. Maggot here with the focus casting buff from the crit coming out from T-Man, going for some serious damage on. Grenade will not land or will be resisted as the cheap shot comes out onto Maggot. No resist, but it looks like Kitty shot might be resisted. I'm not sure quite what it was there. Blind will come out in response to the poison cleansing. Should take care of it. It does. Chain lightning coming out, and T-Man will go down 1-0.
Oh wow, yeah, it was a close fight indeed. I think, but I think that was kind of the play of the game right there when the the poison cleansing totem was in range of the Shaman when the blind went out, and that was enough to end it right here. There's going to be a second duel. Is the Stone Claw going to get them out? They are allowed to put that one down. A new rule that we're trying out right now. It isn't going to get them. They're kind of just circling around it just a little bit right now, just kind of pacing. They are still in range of the poison cleansing totem. The cheap shot isn't going to come down. The cheap shot is going to be a resisted potentially here. They're just pumping out that damage right now. A Maggot down to about 70% HP. The blind is going to come down, and he's going to reset this. The title charm is going to connect the full chain lightning afterwards. The lightning bolt. The title goes down onto the Shaman, and he vanishes to reset this.
But T-Man brought out of stealth by the Earthbind. It looks like I'm not sure quite what brought him out of stealth there. He vanished, but it didn't mean anything. T-Man being taken down, I believe 2-0.
Yeah, good duel indeed.
T-Man not hitting the poison cleansing totems. The success that we saw of the rogues in the prior tournaments really was off the back of getting those poison cleansing totems that you can get the resets. That's really the advantage of the rogue. Let rogue open. Rogue can open, but it gets one stone claw totem from the shaman. You can't get more than one. It's just one stone claw totem. You can't wait for that reset. It is just one. It's a new rule we're trying out to try and even up that matchup that is often rogue favor, and that from the people that we trust have named it rogue favor. Next match will be Tuna Tornado, a fellow content creator, against Guerlain, who says is Richard High. So it's going to be Tuna against Guerlain. I'm actually going to shout out Show-bec TV.
Yep.
Because, is it Show-bec _? I think it's Show-bec _ and Tuna Tornado. We try and make sure Tuna Tornado. We try and make sure you guys know when there are content creators hanging out with us, and in this case, the ones that we know of here that have dueled so far, Show-bec and Tuna Tornado. So be sure to follow those guys if you don't already. If you're interested in their content, they're good players. We're looking for Guerlain here against Tuna Tornado. I'm not sure where he is. I'm going to summon him into the ring. But it looks like it's going to be a Ret Paladin against Tuna Tornado. I'm not sure if he knows what is actually allowed, but he does have the full lay on hands available. So this could be an interesting match here. I'm actually going to invite Guerlain to groups so we have the health bars constantly known by him. Please accept. Not really close, my man. Last tick. Oh, was it last tick of Flame Chalk? Not really close. Yeah, it wasn't really close. Did you manage to start the tournament, Jeffrey?
I did, dude. I actually did.
Okay, clutch. Feels good.
Did we do Tragedy versus Return yet?
No, that's match 9 because it's from the first seed.
Okay.
That's a second round match.
Okay.
So right now we're currently on Tuna Tornado. I believe it was a 2-0 Potty Pooper over Show-bec, a 2-0 Maggot over T-Man. Right now we're on the 4th match. Then you already have the 2-0 recorded for the Dopa and Return. So here we have a Ret Paladin against a Shadow Priest for the 3rd match of the day. Shadow Resistance Aura up from the Paladin. He's not opting to go with the Noggin Foggers. Or, like, I don't even see a seal on from him. I don't see any buffs at all. I'm not sure what his game is there. Oh, okay. He now starts casting buffs. I think a good decision from our boy Guerlain. I'm not sure what this match. I haven't seen it too many times, but welcome to anyone joining the stream right now. It's Friday Fight Night here with myself and OG Jeffrey, just doing a bit of an on-the-fly tournament. If you guys want to hop in, Henhouse is an open server, and if you guys want to join future games, you know, be sure to just hover around either mine or Jeffrey's Discord. But for now, the dueling flag is down, and we're looking for our 4th match of the night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how this one goes.
Oh, are you? Hello? Jeff? No! Jeff effed! Feels bad. We have...
Oh, rip.
Jeff effed. Did his stream blow up? I hope not.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, there we go. He's back.
All right, we're good. But we're back here. It is going to be the first matchup, Tuna Tornado versus Guerlain here. The grenade is going to come out. It's not going to connect. He's pumping down the melee damage. The Repentance is going to come out, and he is going to dispel himself. No heals are going to come out. The Furblock Pouch is going to start healing up Tuna right now. He has about 75% HP and half mana. There's going to be a Silence that comes out. The Blackout proc comes out as well. How were Guerlain? Answer this.
Looks like that was either a Frost Oil or a 6 Demon Bag coming out from Guerlain. That's actually not in the rule book, but we're a little lenient here given that it's a Friday Fight Night. We'll tell him to take it off for the next match. Tornado looking pretty healthy here. The lay on hands will come out from Guerlain, and it will look like he'll have some damage, but both of our contenders are nearly
Yeah, they are right now. The Powered Shield is going to be cycled right now, but it rapidly will fall off once a melee is going to hit. The Frost Oil is going to proc onto them again as they're just kind of staying in range and trying to do the damage. That the Blackout proc is going to come out, and the Mind Flay is going to connect. One melee goes down onto Guerlain, but they are getting low right now. They have about 17% mana. How are they going to choose to use it? Are they going to heal themselves or get offensive?
Tuna still holding on here. Blackout proc will mean that he's still in the game, but brought dangerously low to almost 600 HP here. Guerlain looking still pretty healthy. Will the Blackout proc save it, or will it?
Oh!
No, the auto comes down onto Tuna. Do we throw out that match because of the Frost Oil though?
That's totally, that could be up to their homies. Maybe they can come to a conclusion on that one as well. Since this is on the fly, I'm definitely not as strict. We didn't exactly make make people read up on the rules. Normally we don't allow the Frost Oil. We don't allow the Shadow Oil. Because it tends to be quite strong, especially in the chance on hit builds. Hopefully, bracket link. Oh, thank you, friend. That is the wrong bracket. Here, let me get you the new bracket.
Hold bracket commands feels bad.
I know. It's like of our last tournament, so it shows the winners and everything
but
else.
The second one is coming back out here. Got the blackout proc onto Guerlain early on here from our boy Tuna Tornado. He's looking to close the distance here. Already brought almost to 50% health. The Shadow Reflector will come out. Let's see if anything reflects on. No, Tuna is holding his spells. Actually does reflect there at the very tail end. Looks like he doesn't see the Shadow Reflector. And Guerlain will be chasing here. Brought fairly low early on. The medicine pouch will come out for Tuna, and he's looking fairly healthy here, but will it be enough?
Guerlain still has a lot of cooldowns. The Hammer of Justice is going to come out. He heals himself up once. He gets out of the he silences. There's going to be a silence that's put on Guerlain. And then Tuna takes it. He, you know, I think it was it actually, did he try to get repented and the Shadow Word Pain took it off, or was there a trinket out of the Hodge? It seemed like they got out of the stun quite quickly. I wasn't sure what how they got out of the CC quite quickly, if that was through the trinket or what.
See the bubble there coming out from Guerlain, unfortunately, or didn't see not the trinket, but the bubble come out there from Guerlain. 2 seconds. It was a trinket. Guerlain is telling us.
Okay, trinket. So that was a good matchup, 1-1 here. Who's going to take this one home? Either candidate has a chance of doing just that, bringing home the bacon, going on to the next round. This will be round 3 between Tuna Tornado and Guerlain. The dispels come out quite quickly. The Shadow Word Pain is going to go onto the Paladin here, and they're going to get just ticked away from this the damage over times of the priest. They're potentially just creating this distance for themselves here. The Shadow Priestess to maybe silence, maybe fear afterwards. They are going to get repented, and here comes the Gnomish Death Ray right now. It's going to connect, but it's not going to do very much. The Blackout proc comes out onto the Paladin. The Shadow Word Pain, the Mind Flay is going to tick down as well. The silence is going to connect versus the Paladin. The Mind Flay is going to come out again. But will they bubble?
No bubble coming out yet. Guerlain almost taken down. It looks like he won't bubble. Flash of light won't be enough. The dot ticks and he dies.
He dies. Tuna taking this one home to the cleaners. They're going to move on to the next round. Tuna coming out hot. Known for being a mage player, but showing that they know how to play Shadow Priest as well.
Showing that dotting people up and pressing Mind Flay is very difficult with a Mind Blast or two in between. Kappa, but we have our next duel of the night. Bro Hamad Ali, who requested a duel against Babka. Bro Hamad is actually my brother, who I wasn't aware was playing on this server that often. He was much better than me. He's my older brother, and he was much better than me at EverQuest 2, but when we started playing WoW, I actually started fucking his ass, gameplay-wise, not sexually, of course. But now we'll see if Bro Hamad Ali can come back and be a stan of vanilla World of Warcraft here. Looking to take on the rogue, requesting Babka, a strong rogue in his own right. Let's see if it's enough.
Yeah,
bubble though twice. I'm not sure why we didn't see a bubble from the Rat Paladin twice. A misplay on his part, perhaps.
Babka always performs. He comes out and he performs every time. So your brother has definitely got their work cut out for him right now. I'm not sure if they know that Babka is a force to be reckoned with in the dueling community, but he certainly is.
He requested Babka. Babka, though, we did see, while we do see him perform time and time again, we did see him choke in the very first dueling tournament. He did choke when it looked like he had the win in the bag. So let's see if he does the same thing as my brother. But I really can't tell you. I have no idea whether or not my brother is a good player. He's running away from the rogue opener, it looks like.
He's getting that HP regen, and that Spirit's doing its thing. Babka's going to open up on them, and with the sap, there is going to be a kick afterwards. It looks like a kick was used. The crippling poison is being applied. The hemorrhage stacks are on the rogue right now. They're just getting their energy back, just kind of backpedaling right now. Even though they're slow,
the rogue with the backpedal type Babka reopens here onto Bro Hamad Ali. Big Kidney will come up in response. He's got the shield up. He's not attacking from behind. This'll will come out. Sapper in response as well. He does get off. The Stoneform responds to the blind. The intercept will come out, but Babka will vanish. No bandage here coming out from Bro Hamad Ali just yet. And it looks like he's regretting his decision to request Babka. Zerka's Rage will come out, but Babka will evasion on top of him, trying to tank the damage. Net will mean that Babka does get the reset after this deep wounds does come out. Demoralizing shout in response, trying to keep him in combat, but it won't be enough. Stealth here, cheap shot, Evis will end.
Very clean, playing it by the books, playing it safe, doing exactly what he needs to do to assure that he takes that W home. Let's see round 2 between Bro Hamad Ali and Babo.
Was a pretty George W. Bush there, Mr. OG Jeffrey Sir. But we've got this this here match coming up next. We do have a sap coming out onto Bro Hamad Ali from Babka, and he's looking to repeat the same success that he just had right there, getting the expose opener off here. A little late though. The intercept will come out onto Babka. He misses the expose opener. Doesn't look like he re-saps. He actually mistimes it. Zergarage will come out in response. Babka getting down the kidney shot onto him, and evasion is already the top.
The kidney shot is going to come down. The sapper is as well. The warrior down to about half HP. Exposed armor still on him. The crippling poison is on him as well. They are going to fear, but instantly it's going to get trinketed as Babo is just trying to kite around here. The blight is going to come out. With the Stormform is going to be the answer to it. Is the intercept going to come out? They're down to about 25% HP on the warrior here. Stoneform is still ticking away. Babo is closing the distance. Opens back up onto the warrior. The cheap shot comes out. Crippling poison is applied, and it's victory for Babo. 2-0.
Bro Hamad Ali regretting his decision to request Babka, perhaps seeing him in some lesser form, thinking that he could take the W, and Babka takes a 2-0. Our next duel is going to be ESO Paladin against Vanu, the Hunter, I believe. I'm not sure how this matchup actually goes. What is the model that ESO's using? Is that a Defias?
What is that? He must know somebody on the server that's given him these unique models, because I sure as hell am not sure how to do that one.
It looks so scuffed. What the fuck is that?
What in the hell?
Doesn't even look like Defias. It's just like a... Oh, but the duel actually comes
shit.
out. Scatter immediately used here by Vanu. I don't have my focuses set up. Bubble in response, and this scuffed-ass model will run speed towards him. He's just booking it, dude. He's got no weapons in hand. With the ass candy, he brings it out of fucking left field. And the freedom will come out. He's sticking on Vanu, but not a lot of damage is coming down quite yet. The Paladin looking for some big dick DPS, but not a lot of it is coming. The title will come out in response. Stone form looks like to get off the poison. Scorpion Sting still used, but will not connect because of that stone form. Freezing trap coming out in response. It's looking like ESO is going to have an uphill battle here against the Paladin.
He gets the full range on him. He does put the aim shot down, the multi-shot as well, the auto shot to follow it. There is no bubble, but the lay on hands is going to come out, putting ESO Paladin down to a very low HP tool. The Viper Sting is going to be on them. Blessing of Freedom is going to give them that speed that they need, but is it going to be enough? They close the distance. They're back out of the Hunter. There's going to be a grenade that comes out. They're still running them, but they're dangerously low. They have no mana. They have no HP. The scatter shot comes down. The medicine pouch is going to heal up the Hunter, even though they don't necessarily need it. They're playing this one by the books, and they get the win, and it pays off. First round goes to Vanu.
The weird Defias model not scaring Vanu in the way that ESO would predict there. Vanu playing it pretty by the books, like you said, going for every scatter, using the immo trap at the end. I like to see that when it just came down to having a little bit of burst at the end as well. Maybe a little bit greedy there, maybe not playing it completely by the books, given that the freezing trap would ensure an easy win. But ESO not able to get down the damage onto Vanu.
Their scatter shot's going to come down here. They feign death. They put the trap onto the Paladin right now. The Hunter's Mark is going to follow. They still have that true shot up. The Paladin went with the Devotion Aura and the Greater Blessing of Light on themselves to heal that little bit extra. The full aim shot comes down. The multi-shot does afterwards, and the auto is going to follow. The Paladin's going to use that sprint right now. The Hammer of Justice is going to come out. The title shot is going to go onto them onto the Paladin afterwards. They're going to just be able to pummel this Hunter with damage, but they're getting dangerously low. They need to bubble. Do they have time to bubble? They didn't bubble in time. Vanu took the win and stole it from him right as the bubble came out.
Late bubble there from ESO will mean an easy 2-0 there from Vanu as we move into the 7th match of the night. Captain Bobster, one of my favorite people. If you guys don't know Captain, wait, what is Captain Bobster? There's a shout out to Captain Bobster. He is a lovely content creator. And at 16 comes in pretty young and comes in fairly fucking strong. So let's see Captain against Justin here in this next matchup tonight.
Hey, Countdown. I just wanted to say, everybody, thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm sorry I'm being kind of quiet in the chat. Countdown to Classic. Cheers for hanging out with me. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, mate. Are these private servers? This is PvP Henhouse, where we host on-the-fly tournaments. And not only that, there's a big tournament for cash prize on the 26th. Tuna, you were saying your priest is actually you're actually a main priest. I had no idea, mate. I had no idea. I'll remember that for the future, friend. I'm so used to seeing you on the old mage that, yeah, that's news to me. I'm glad to know it though. Good duel so far. Good duels so far, everybody. Hello, WC. Atropos, thanks for that sub. Cheers to you, friend. Chaotic right now. Sorry I'm being less interactive. I'm sorry I'm being less interactive, everybody. It's been a good night so far, and we'll see where it takes us. Little on-the-fly tournament.
Rocking the first mate hat, not caring about stats here, needing that aesthetic against Milksteak Lol. Of course, Shaman Extraordinaire. Friend and mentor to the entire Vanilla WoW community. And long-time private server boy. So yeah, if you guys also want to follow Milksteak, there he is. He streams pretty frequently. He's a good guy. A lot of vape clouds, but don't let that fool you. He's still a fantastic player to his own right. Vape cloud or no.
Oh yeah,
ginger beard. The ginger beard's pretty bis.
We should yell who's next in these tournaments, shouldn't we, as well, out loud? I'll try to remember to do that.
Right now everyone's listening to the stream. I forget that.
I just summon people in the middle, though. That's the thing.
I think I failed that way a couple times, and not being oh shit, the duel is going to start right now. Milksteak versus White Grape, two legends in the community who will take this win. Either one of them have a good chance of taking it home, but Milksteak suggested we try something out with the Stoneclaw Totem, letting them try to find the rogue. That way the rogue is going to come out with the cheap shot. The crippling poison's been applied, the Ember stacks are on them. They're going to just keep pummeling the Shaman with damage here. The flame shot comes out onto Milksteak right now, and Milksteak is down to about half HP. Will there be anything to heal him up? The Nature Swift and Seal is going to come out. There's going to be a Vanish and a reset.
That Vanish actually landing, but the Flame Shot will come out in response. Look, he gets the opener off properly. He's going to look for the reset, but he won't get as the Chain Lightning comes down to Shirley in response. No, the Lightning Shield takes round one between White Grape and Milksteak.
Yeah, and a good fight indeed. Either one of these Titans have the chance to take this one home, but who will? Will White Grape mow down on the steak tonight for supper, or will Milksteak get the better of him? Will White Grape play with his food? Well, so far the food is winning.
I'm not sure quite what spec the White Grape is going for here. I believe that I saw a Ghostly Strike used. Not sure if that's the best option against a Shaman player. We see him rocking the double swords. I'm not sure if it's daggers or rogues, daggers that are ideal against shamans. I don't think so. I think that you do want the cheap combo point builder. We do see the Ghostly Strike here. He will open up again with the cheap shot. He's not looking to clear the totems like we've seen in the past when rogues really do win this matchup here. Title will come out, Chain Lightning, big burst onto White Grape. The Magma Totem does not land. The Reopa comes out onto White Grape, but a big Flame Shock will mean that White Grape's Vanish will not last for long. Chain Lightning coming out, but the Blind will come in response. Poison Cleansing will get that, but is it soon enough? Flame Shock out. White Grape low. Otto's coming out. White Grape looks like he'll die right here after the Trinket. Yes, he will go down for the 2-0. Milksteak wins.
Milksteak taking it home. It was a good duel. It was a good attempt by our boy White Grape. He came out strong. He came out fist flying. I absolutely love the sheer amount of homies hanging out in the chat tonight. The sheer amount of homies willing to sign up for these on-the-fly tournaments to showcase that they have what it takes to bring home the bacon, to bring home the win. And couldn't thank y'all enough for hanging out with us, and it means a lot. I'm sure everybody enjoys seeing their favorite content creators jump into these tournaments. So thanks for joining us, White Grape. This win goes to Milksteak.
And we will continue on Captain Cutie against Justin. Hopefully Justin is done with his work call. This is one scuffed female undead model, though, using the stitched together face that is some nightmare fuel ass shit, to be honest. Not the most pleasant, though. He will come out here with the Mana Shield. I think he is actually fire. I don't see the Ice Barrier down, so we will re-enter into the 7th round that had to be skipped for just a moment. Captain Cutie against Justin. The Hunter does start at a few yards out. He will immediately use Gnomish Focus actually while he Bestial Wraths onto Justin. Justin here Serious damage from the pet onto him. Doesn't want to blink out, though, because he doesn't want to get away. Palm Pyro coming out from Justin. No arcane power, though. Looks like he might be deeper in the fire tree. Grenade will not hit at all. It doesn't resist. It just doesn't hit.
Good.
The cross trap here might mean that Captain wins. I don't think Justin has Ice Block.
I don't think so either, and he's trapped from afar. The full aim shot's coming down. The multi-shot is an auto shot afterwards, and Mana Shield's going to come out, but it's not quite enough. The first round goes to Captain.
Captain using his mage eating spec, trying to use the cloaking device to hide while the pet does a lot of damage early on, not opting for the I believe the try spec with with entrapment, instead going for the bestial wrath for that mage damage. I think it is a good option given that you do still keep the scatter shot for the mage. Looking for a reset here. I could just do cooldown. I'll just cool down for them both in case there wasn't a reset. The big boy milk, of course, the big boy milk. He will advance to round 2, but right now we're focused on Captain and Justin in the second round. Palm Mage against Captain here. He's gonna blink that. Not sure if it was the right call. Palm Pyro will come out. The fire reflector is late, and Justin is looking to do some serious
So
damage.
close. He almost got that Palm Pyro down. The Frost Nova's going to come down. The Arcane Explosion is as well, and it's 1-to-1 Justin and Captain. If that reflector would have came out a second sooner and reflected the Palm Pyro, that could have been all the difference. I think that hit for quite a large amount of damage.
Pyroblast critting for 2,184 damage against Captain, chunking half of his health despite being the tanky rank 13 Hunter gear. Justin coming out with that win today, managing actually to do good work after we said that we weren't quite sure if this Pyro build would be good, but he does get that burst early on. Pet will come out. Impact proc onto Captain will mean that he's got some good good damage here early on. The freezing trap, though, in response with the intimidation, good because Justin was facing away. He couldn't blink out of it, or else he would have been too far away from the Hunter. The Hunter could kite. Captain here looking for the multi-shot, but the title will come out in response. Palm Pyro. Captain brought 63% health, and Justin is looking to close with the grenade. So much damage coming out onto Captain. The burst will come down. Throwing grenade won't be enough. Justin takes down Captain with the 2-1 reverse sweep.
Man, it seems if Justin can outlast the bestial wrath, you just slowly see the HP going in his favor. He's just putting out more than Captain can. I really liked both strategies from either player here. I honestly, I would have probably gone. I'm such a fan of Deep Frost myself. I'm so reluctant to sometimes go fire. I found myself I would have went into the Deep Frost trap, and I don't know if it's necessarily as good or not. What are your thoughts on that, North? Do you think you go Deep Frost or fire?
I mean, I think the Deep Frost is more reliable, but I mean, if he did that showing, he actually, if you check through the combat log, the Fire Blast reflected onto him to hit him for 700 damage. It's not like he played that perfectly. The Pyroblast didn't crit, so this RNG luck that we think that we would normally see, we do not see from Justin, despite that he comes out with the win. I'm going to ask him what his spec was. I'm not sure if he was, no, he was Arcane Power, so he was full Palm Pyro against Captain. Ends up working out well. He doesn't go for any scorches for the damage, but here we do have Tragedy against Return in the next matchup of the night. Where is actually Return Flag? Target Return. Let me summon him. Hopefully he's not AFK here. No, he's not AFK.
At this moment, too, White Grape, if you'd be so kind as to throw your YouTube in my chat. If anybody wants to subscribe and check out White Grape's content, along with I need Milk Steaks Twitch as well. I want to do that as well.
Tragedy keeping the Undead Priest here. I think he just prefers it. A lot of people haven't been really race swapping too much. Nice to see that people just want to stick around for a fun tournament, but definitely worse against the old rogue pickup, just given that the rogue that you can respond with the stone form to the blind from the rogue, but Tragedy will pick that up. Maybe he wants Devouring Plague. He is a Shadow Priest, so that could be helpful. He's a long disease that he cannot remove. So Return Flag here, rolling a Sig and asking for a moment before this duel will start. What do you expect to see in this matchup, OG?
This is honestly, North, I think this is just a really hard matchup for the Rogues. Like, we've seen it before where Perplexity was taking down a Shadow Priest that was quite strong, and they just had to play it so slowly, so carefully, just stacking up the combo points.
So what I've seen from this matchup actually, or what I've heard from tracks is actually that you should be able to reliably global as daggers the priest player. So when I was trying to work on balancing it with him, when I was trying to work on balancing it with you, he actually pulled me into a call a day later or so and said that Perp was actually wrong, and that Perp agreed that he just had the wrong spec for the priest. So we'll see if Return Flag is actually picking up on the new meta that Trax looks like to be pioneering on this server, despite the fact that he was disqualified from that first dueling tournament. He is a great rogue, and it looks like he did find a solution to the Shadow Priest problem.
And I would love to see that utilized more. I don't know if we've seen that or not. We've seen that patient play. And let's see if Returning Flag, what strategy they're going to end up going with. They're opening up onto the priest. They're using the cheap shot just to gain combo points, and they're walking away to reset this.
So here he goes for the second cheap shot, actually, and then blows the sprint. I'm not sure if that's the right call. He just used a cooldown there when he could have just, done it another time. And it risks a little bit more than you typically would want. But Return Flag, a risky player, a man willing to make some bold plays here. Probably will go to finish off the combo points with a cheap shot. No, he'll go for the full expose, it looks like.
So patient.
And he goes for the blind here. This might be the global strategy that we were talking about before. This might be the solution that Trax had for the Shadow Priest. It could just be that he goes for a full burst combo here. Wow, a lot of damage coming down on the Rogue. The Fear will coming from out in response. No, it won't. He trinkets the kidney, but big damage coming out in this, or the cheap shot, big damage coming out in this kidney shot. Blind will come back after the combo, and Return Flag is playing this near perfect.
Tragedy is down to about 40% health. They have plenty of mana, but they haven't really gotten to cast anything yet. The sap is going to come out again, and Return Flag is going to open back up on them. How is he going to do it? Is it going to be the cheap shot? I would speculate it's going to be the cheap shot. Will they go for the ambush? Will they go for the roll? The cheap shot's going to come down. The vanishes afterwards, and they just keep pummeling them with damage over and over again. The Psychic Stream is going to come out. The Power Shield is going to be cycled. They are going to put the dots down onto Return Flag. This is Tragedy's moment. They need to bring this one back. They need to heal themselves up. But will it be enough? The Mind Flay is going to come out. They're just getting offensive right now. They're just saying, I don't think you have the damage. I don't think you can finish me off, but I think they might be able to. Tragedy's getting dangerously low. The kidney shot comes out. The crippling poison's been applied. They're down to 10% HP. The title sharp comes out onto Return Flag.
Mind Blast coming out. Big damage onto Return Flag. He's brought very low. The shield will come out in response, and Tragedy, despite not leaving Shadow form for a heal, bites down and takes the win back to Tragedy.
He's
Return Flag going back to the mall to find a bit of his pride. Let's see what he comes back with.
Yeah, we'll see. Once he needs that summon back, he can let us know. He played well, I thought he played quite well. He came so close. If anything, I almost thought Tragedy not healing it was the mistake, but them getting as offensive as they did is probably what won him that fight at the end there.
I think the mistake was that he didn't resap. The kidney was on DR there, so he didn't kidney shot before he got feared because he realized that it was almost, I think it was on like half DR. So I think that was correct coming out from Return Flag, just as a response not to kidney, but he should have waited longer for the kidney. The health regen wouldn't have been there. The sap does put him in combat. So we'll look for the same opener here. Gonna go for the cheap shot. I don't even know if the priest has stun of will. He hasn't resisted a single stun. Leads me to believe that he does not have the stun talent.
Once again, he's just gaining those combo points back. Now, this is allowing Tragedy to kind of cycle the powered shield, get the renew on himself, drink back up if he needs to, get that inner fire back on to get as much value as possible out of that. Return Flag is closing the distance here. Is this what is, I speculate it's just going to be a cheap shot, but you never know when the Grow's going to come out as well, unexpectedly, perhaps even an ambush for a burst strategy, but it just seems that it's so dominant to start with the cheap shot in almost any situation. He's waiting for him to get full energy. He's really close to having just that. Let's see how he opens. He starts with the sap.
Looks like he's going to wait for the Power World shield to almost be off. I'm not sure quite how much time is left on it, but I imagine he's going to try and make it so that after this sap, it will be off Sap is still up. My add-on actually wrong on the DR timer there. As he will look for the cheap shot opener here as the Power Word Shield does cycle off the big burst onto Tragedy. Not quite enough. He does trinket in response to the fear, but Tragedy, there's no way he can come back from this. The title will come out, but he's at 3% HP. There's nothing that he can do. Return Flag properly pulling off the burst combo there. I'm not sure where that damage came from, but it wasn't there in the last match.
Yeah, that burst was absolutely unreal. They did exactly what they needed to do there, North. They played patiently enough to cheap shot, getting one exposed armor stack on there, but then they just go all out. That seems like a great way to do it. The longer that fight happens or that goes on, the more likely it is the Shadow Priest is going to win it. So I like the burst strategy a lot.
Tragedy fat fingering the fear. For some reason, Return Flag was swimming through the air while feared.
Wasn't me this time.
Wasn't Jeff this time, but he will reopen. No resist there on the stun again, looking for the double cheap opener. Maybe this is the move. Maybe the double cheap opener is the move. He Power Word shields in response, looks to find the rogue, but maybe that's the safest call. Once the sap is up, you don't rely on the sap. You don't rely on anything other than running the fuck away.
Yeah, he's just the building of the combo points, deciding how he wants to dump them. The sap's going to come out. There is going to be an exposed armor. I really like that strategy, just kind of mitigating some of what Inner Fire is bringing to the table.
Looking to do some big damage here onto the Priest. He goes for the blind there. I'm not quite sure why he's changing it up from here, but he's just looking for the full combo here. Looking to burst him in that. He's brought down to 40% HP. 20% HP. The gouge will come out. This could be it. Power Word Shield in response. No fear yet. The kidney will almost certainly mean that he'll have the damage. No title will come out in response. The blackout proc on the first tick of Shadow Word Pain as Tragedy looks to get a Mind Blast down. He won't. Grenade comes out and Return Flag will take it back 2-1.
Good duel, good duel. Return Flag playing that one just by the books just so well. Just you don't have much to critique in those situations. You're just admiring the play that's going out. So well played. That is going to be a victory for Return Flag. They will move on.
So Maggot here will be against Tuna Tornado, the spinning whirl of smelly, fishy death. Let's see if he can translate that from Mage play into Shadow Priest play against Maggot, a player who needs no introduction.
Oh no, they've been in a couple of our tournaments at this point. Let's see if they're able to perform. They're one of the few elemental shamans we even see entering our tournaments. We only have a few. You know, Peppy Berry, Maggot, Milksteak, and Storm X are some of the few shamans we see that even enter the tournament.
I'm not sure how this matchup actually is favored. Both do have dispels. Looks like Maggot is faking the Hearthstone against Tuna Tornado.
A reset coming out.
There. Okay, a reset will come out there. Peppy Berry is Heart. I agree. Zhang Sim. He's been streaming lately, actually, which is nice to see. Grounding Stone will come out there for Maggot as the spam dispel from both sides goes down. Lightning Bolt from Maggot will be faked there. Mind Blast will come out, but big damage. Holy shit.
Oh, that felt that one from over here, North. That Chain Lightning connected. They didn't hesitate at crit. And then they went right into the Nature Swiftness Lightning Bolt, and there was enough. What do? You know, you have 1-2 seconds to react to that.
Chain Lightning, 1784 crit. Earth Shock, 1525. Lightning Bolt, 1745.
Man, Pat would be proud. It's a good thing we got Pat in the chat as well to check out this one. If there's one person.
Global burst, that's what you like to see from a shaman, not the traditional combo with the Lightning Bolt into the Chain Lightning Earth Shock, given that it can, sort of burst of its own, but actually a very, very solid combo there. Maggot,
wait, they're swimming.
Weird swimming going on here. Not sure what's happening. Big damage coming out onto Tuna Tornado. Will come out. The Lightning Bolt again. The shield comes out, but it's not enough.
What
Maggot
in the?
Teleport away. What the fuck?
What's happening? I'm like looking at my key. It's like it's not. What in the hell if it's going on right now?
Oh my god. Oh no.
I swear it's not Jeff.
It's me. It's me. It was me.
Yes, it's not me.
Redo. No. I had macros on my keyboard. Wait, we're redoing that. We're redoing that. I accidentally set, mod speed 1, mod swim 1. Yeah, I accidentally fat fingered my fly swim speed macro that makes you go 1,000 miles an hour.
Maggot, not happy about what just happened. I'm sorry, mate. It wasn't Jeff. We're good to go. Last time it was, and I'm sure the next time it's going to be.
I don't even know why that's on my bars, man.
Maggot, no, we're sorry, Maggot. We're sorry, mate. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, not like this, dude. Not like this.
Resetting.
We will go back into the second match after the reset. Papa North set the run speed of Maggot to 50.
I was panicking. I was like looking. I was like, no way I hit my keybinds. I made sure. Oh, there.
I forgot I even had those on my bar. Feels bad, man.
I'm gonna definitely
the tournament.
I'm gonna unbind all of my keys so I don't do that in the future as well. The duel has started. The blackout proc is going to go down. But is it going to be enough? The shadow reflector potentially coming out right here. The lightning bolt is going to connect onto Tuna Tornado. They do have the power shield on themselves. The purge is going to get it off immediately. The silence goes down onto Maggot, and they continue their onslaught of damage. The grenade is going to come out, but it will not connect. But the lightning bolt will.
Grenade gets resisted, and the chain lightning response from Maggot will mean that Tuna Tornado is gonna go down in the second round. I don't know why I just paused in the middle of that. And then we have Babka against Vanu here in the 11th match of the day, round 2, quarter final versus Vanu, Rogue versus Hunter. Definitely a Hunter-favored matchup. But let's see what Babka can do. Vanu playing clean against, who was actually in first, who was in the first one? I forget who Vanu was against.
Let's check it out.
Oh, he was against Esso. He was against Eso. He was against Eso for Rep Paladin versus Hunter. Rep Paladin not the best versus classes that can peel them out. Vanu is muting stream. He's muting arm stream. Okay, well Babka will look to open up here. Sap will come down. He looks like he's going for the pet here on the pet. Good strategy, I think, from the Hunter, and the pet will go down. He looks like he probably will blind in response. Yeah, he will blind just to combo the CC onto the Hunter, given that he won't be able to get out of combat soon enough. Vanilla combat doesn't drop until a few seconds after you've killed something. He's going to look for the Bear Up trinket here. The freezing trap probably will not come out.
Oh!
Tournament of Bear Up. Very well done here. He's got the title comes out. It is resisted onto Vanu. Babka looking for some damage. Getting peeled off a bit. Reopen with the Sapper coming out. But Vanu just he's not taking damage. Deterrence is out. And Babka needs to kite.
He does, but is he going to be able to? The Hunter's Mark comes out. The Serpent Sting does as well. There's going to be a deterrence that comes out. He is going to use the Frost Reflector and have to, just use a second blind. It's the last bit of CC he's going to have in terms of that. But he does reset the fight here. He just is going to go ahead and sap. He's eating and drinking. He's not using a bandage just yet. He's still able to if he wants to, but he's going with the eating and drinking technique for now. They are going to sap once again potentially here and get that health back. They're going to get that health back. They're going to get that energy back. They have 75% energy, 100% energy. Opening back up into the Hunter. Scatter shot's going to come down. Feign Death trap afterwards, creating a distance between themselves and the Rogue here.
The revive coming out from Vanu. Hopefully it is. No, it doesn't even need to be a low rank revive because the freezing trap does last a very long amount of time. He will get out at the end of that. Vanu brought low. The Wolf revives very low, and it's just killed again by Babka. Mistake there from Vanu. Rupture ticking down on him. Cold blood up on Babka, getting the grenade. He will try and look for the Evis here. No, he's getting the scatter, but the gouge will be enough. No trap will come down. No, it will.
Oh.
And Vanu is looking to bandage, looking to reset in this fight.
They're resetting here. They got the bandages off. They're creating distance for themselves just a little bit. The arcane shot's going to come out. The concussion shot is as well. The auto shot is just going to connect. But will he have enough mana to deal with this? That's what I'm skeptical of. Another auto is going to connect. One more, and are they going to be able to get the wing clip off? They're not. The gouge is going to come out. The kidney shot does afterwards. The Hemmer Stacks around. The crippling poison is going to be applied. The rupture is going to tick away, and they are getting very low right now. They're trading melee for melee. Round 1 is going to go to Babo.
Not sure if that was a low rank revive coming out from Vanu that brought his pet so low HP, but despite a good idea, it fails in translation as the pet just goes down immediately after. I'm not sure if the pet's actually revived that low. I'm not really a hunter player, I must confess, but unfortunately, Vanu's strategy there doesn't work out for him. We saw a crucial resist on the reopen of Babka's cheap shot, but he manages to take the win anyway.
He does. He does. Will he be able to get the second one? I'm hearing that there might be classic beta news from Arch, someone was saying, but we'll have to save that for after this.
We will. We're going into round 2 of this here tournament, this here match, this round, match 11, round 2, Babka versus Vanu. Babka up 1-0, looking to close the deal here, opening up onto the Wolf. Is this live? Yes, it is live. Killing the pet there very quickly. He could actually look for no blind and just a resap. I think he will. Yes, he will. No, he'll actually just look for the cheap shot. Trinketed by the hunter, immediately scatter shotting. He won't probably look for the revived pet. He's just going to throw up the hunter's mark and look for some damage onto Babka.
He's just walking away with that crippling poison. The flare is going to come out. He's creating the distance. This is going to be an aim shot. The servants are on them as well. The title charm is going to connect, and they're just trying. Babo is just has some of the servants. There is going to be less likelihood of there being a freezing trap that comes down. The feign death is already going to be wasted. Babo down to about half HP. He closed the distance with the hunter. The hunter is getting low. They were 75, but they instantly get down to about 30%. They're going to feign death. They get the trap off amongst all of the servants. That might end up being what makes the play. They open back up onto Vanu.
Freezing trap means that Babka will have the regen here after he uses the blind to try and reset the fight. It looked like he was actually brought out of the first vanish by a title charm, a bug on the server where you can still keep the rogue targeted despite what looked to me like a bug. I'm not sure. He shouldn't have been able to see the rogue. I didn't see a flare. He will get the freezing trap out here. If the frost reflector actually out here, the hunter won't drop the trap. No, he will at the last possible second. After the frost reflector is down, he does have medicine pouch ticking. He does have bandage up. Will it be enough? I don't think so. He
tried to bandage, but with the dot ticking, he wasn't able to really get much value out of it right now. So it's kind of just going to come down to the raw amounts of damage that he's going to be putting out if he's able to finish this one off. He does switch to the cheetah form, aspect of cheetah, so they can kite a little bit more efficiently. There's going to be another auto that comes out. The serpent sting as well. The grenade is not going to connect from either party right now. There is going to be a gouge that's being put down onto the hunter right now. They're opening back up as fast as they can. The scatter shot is going to connect. The freezing trap will come out, but it's not going to hit because they just continue to put damage down onto Babo from afar right now because they do have the distance right now, and I don't think Babo has anything to close the gap.
Babka brought down Vanu.
We got ourselves a series here.
Yeah.
Resist coming out there at the end on the stun to prevent an easy 2-0 from Babka. And so it looks like we're going to go to a round 3.
No, yeah. Round 3 indeed. I thought for a second you said Babo had won the series there. This is going to be a 1-to-1 and both incredibly good players here. I think that's the right call to go for the pet right away to kind of mitigate some of that damage. And maybe the difference was this time that the hunter didn't go for the pet revive. It's hard to say what might have been the determining factor in that match, but regardless, they are able to take that one home and to make it a series of 3 here.
Immediately opening here with the frost reflector. Looking for some damage. Not going to be enough,
played.
Though, as Vanu waits for it in the scatter, plays with a cool head, has the flare down. He's going to get the serpent sting off afterwards, I'm hoping. No, he doesn't have a serpent sting down, actually. So even though he's in his title, Babka actually getting fairly low here. Will vanish with the servants up. No flare up for Vanu. No, it actually will be up. It will get Babka out of stealth. The blind will come out in response, gouging the pet, looking for the evasion here. I'm not sure how he's going to look to regen. He'll have to prep vanish. He will vanish out and try and just open back up onto the hunter with some big bursts. He will not be able to resist. No, he won't. And he's looking for the big damage to come out into Vanu. This is it. This is the only time he can win. Blind will come out in response. Can he finish it in the global?
The pet is on him, though. He cannot reset the fight. There's going to be a grenade that comes down. There's going to be a gouge afterwards. He just pummels him with melee damage. The scatter shot's going to come down. The trap is afterwards. So Babo is in a... Yeah, Babo, he knows it's over. That's gonna be a good game for Vanu. Well played. Very well played series.
Vanu doing well there against Babka. Unfortunately, he had a strong start, but not managing to keep the win. The Hunter coming back from the 1-0 for the reverse sweep. Our next match will be Justin K versus Milksteak. Vanu the God feels good, man, but it will be Justin against Milksteak. Mage versus Shaman, and we do have the no pre-grounding rule, just as a reminder to our boy Milksteak.
There was the real party pooper in chat was asking, do I get a shout out? Yes, you certainly can. Who are you in the tournament? We'd love to see some of your content. And speaking of as well,
Party
other
Pooper
content
Party
creators.
Party Pooper. He's the mage.
Oh, he is? He is. We'd love to see your Twitch. We'd love to see your YouTube as well. Babka, who just competed as well, do our shout-outs as well right now. Babka, amazing rogue, always showing up and coming out strong for these tournaments. Give him a follow. Tornado in our previous duel came out strong with the Priest. Another great candidate to drop a follow to. So we got Babka, Tuna Tornado, and now we actually have another content creator that is going to be seeing if they have what it takes to get the W. It's going to be Milksteak. So yeah, let's see what happens here.
Against Justin here. Justin not going for the pre-noggin fogger. People not taking this tournament as seriously as they were before. MQG Polymorph coming out before the grounding totem. Justin getting fancy with Milksteak as he looks to wand down all of these totems. He will go for the polymorph in response. Fire Reflector will come out from Milksteak, and what is an early Fire Reflector? There's no way he was going to go for a Pyroblast there. So he's going to get the Sheep and the full Pyro into a Palm Pyro. Arcane Power's up. No, but the Earthshock will come out in response. Resist, and Grounding Totem will be down. Justin purged of his Arcane Power. Milksteak looking to do some serious damage here into Justin. Justin brought to 10%. He will get global by Milksteak after the Thorium Grenade. He will go down 1-0.
Oh, Milksteak, really, it was such an explosive duel that was. It seemed as though Justin was in control at the beginning, taking down those totems so fluidly, getting the full Pyroblast out, but last second the Earthshock is going to connect, and all for naught. And Milksteak just turns that around, even though it seemed as though it was going in a positive direction for Justin.
Bit of a misplay there from Justin. He played so well up to that point, but he used the third DR of Sheep. 3 third DR Sheep is not enough time to get out a 6-second Pyro Blast. I believe actually might have been even a 4-second. I think he could have used MQ. No, he didn't use MQG because it was up in the beginning. He might have still had MQG up. It's still a 4-second Pyro Blast, but even that is risky on a third DR Sheep. Justin probably looking for a reset here.
Yeah.
I don't find that Shaman is a hard counter for Mage, but we haven't seen a lot of success from the Mages so far up until this point. Looks like the Polymorph will come out, but Milksteak will have Skull up in response. Justin looking for big burst at the front. Grounding Totem will be down. A lot of damage coming out onto Milksteak. The title won't get resisted as he does get out the grounding, or does get out the Pyro, but it's going to go to the grounding.
Oh, the grounding totem, and that probably would have been the win for him if it hadn't gone to the grounding. But that's yeah, GG, hot damn, perfect grounding.
Justin not realizing that when you use a non-damage spell against a grounding totem, it doesn't actually clear the grounding totem. I'm not sure if that's a private server bug, but that's just how it works so far. That's how I'm familiar with it working. You have to actually use a damaging spell to remove the grounding totem. It's the only way to get rid of it, unless you wand it after you use that spell. So the aura reapplies after a few seconds, and the second grounding is available to Milksteak there, and it eats the Pyro and causes him to take the duel 2-0, Milksteak. So the next duel will be Party Pooper against Return Flag. Unfortunate, happy to see a Palm Pyro Mage in the tournament, or in Friday Fight Night, but unfortunate that the execution is just a hair of a way away from being effective enough to take the W. Party Pooper here, though, going Deep Frost, hopefully Ignite Barrier against the Rogue. That's what we want to see with a Mage versus a Rogue. Does go for the Fire Ward at the beginning. A good strategy here, but Return Flag, an amazing Rogue. Let's see if he'll combo him the same way that he comboed the Priest in the previous match.
Almost.
Return Flag looking for the opener here. Party Pooper running around. Ambush will come out. Big damage in response. He's dead in 3 seconds. Holy shit, what the fuck?
Wait, what? I looked away for 1 second. Oh, it's a reset. I think it's a reset.
No.
Oh, was it?
1400. No, he had to reset because he blocked after the duel had ended because he died in 3 globals. He died in 3 seconds. Ambush crit for 1400. Ambush crit for 1500. Thistle T eviscerate crit for 1200 means Party Pooper goes to an early grave there. Doesn't block in time. Doesn't respect the big damage coming out from Return Flag. Let's see if it will be an ambush opener again. No, he goes for the sap, looking for maybe barrier to run out here. I'm not sure.
A good duel indeed. Will this one be the same fate for Party Pooper right now? They're going to blink out of the Title Charm, but they are going to get the Polymorph off immediately. The Title Charm went down on the Rogue as well, and that's how they were able to actually get the Poly off. The full Fireball is going to go down. Is the Kona Cold going to? No, it's not. There is going to be a Gouge come out, but they instantly do use the Ice Block. Their Blind comes out, the Cold Snap comes out, the Ice Block comes out again. The Frost Nova is going to connect with Return Flag, but they vanish it and reset the fight.
Nice Cold Snap from Party Pooper. He's looking for the reset here. Wants to get Return Flag out of stealth. He's looking for it with the Arcane Explosion. The Blizzard will come down, but it's a little far off. Party Pooper re-blinded. He's got nothing. He shouldn't use the grenade. He doesn't use the grenade. One ambush will mean no. It'll just be a Dax stab for the win there. Return Flag taking it 2-0 easily.
Yeah, very, very, very confidently won there. And he will move on to the next round. Good try by Party Pooper. Party Pooper, if you are in the chat, you'll have to let us know what your Twitch tag is, what your YouTube is. A lot of content creators coming out and saying hello, and we love it. We love it. Showcasing what you have, what it takes. If you have what it takes to make it far in these tournaments, or otherwise, the more folks collaborating, the better. The more fun it is for everybody. So thanks for joining us.
Looks like it's going to be Return Flag against Maggot. I'm not sure why we did that in reverse order, but it's all right either way. Maggot we will see a Shaman versus Mage matchup. I'm going to just be reminding people, reminder that Shaman gets 1 Stone Claw Totem. I'm actually going to whisper that as well to Return Flag, just so that he knows.
Yeah. It's a new mechanic we're trying out. We want to try out, see how it works. And honestly, I don't think it's been overpowered in any way. I don't think it's really even determined the outcome of a duel just yet.
No, I don't believe that it has. We haven't seen a single one landed that could be disastrous for a rogue if they lose their opener against the Shaman. But it is a very tough matchup for the Shaman in general. But we've seen a little bit of misplay from the rogues so far in the tournament, not going for that clean play that we saw in a Babka matchup against a Shaman during the last Friday fight night, when he would clear the totems during the sap and then look for a blind for the combo.
The duel of the reset's going to come down, so this is going to be for all the kit and caboodles, all the marbles right now. Well, I guess there might take a couple of rounds before that happens, but this is going to be it right now. Are the totems going to come out? The totems are going to come out. He puts the Poison Cleanse down. He puts the Magma as well. The Magma is going to connect it. But it was after he got opened up on, so it's all fair in Love and War. The Chain Lightning is going to come out. The Gouge comes out afterwards, and there is going to sprint still in effect. The blind is going to take place here, and they just immediately bandage themselves up and restart this fight.
Blind ticking here, going for the strat that we said we wanted to see with the totem clear. Resist on the stun means that Maggot will have tempo here. No resist on the cheap shot, will be cleansed. No resist on the kidney shot. This could be it for Return. He does get the blind off. Stone Claw is there, but no poison cleansing down. Means that Return Flag can look for a sap here. Hopefully he will. Sap does come out. Poison cleansing can be killed by him, but he's got no more blinds. He's got no reason other than the crippling really to cleanse it. He won't look for that kill. No, he's gonna look for damage onto him with the kidney shot, or sorry, the cheap shot coming out. Gouge in response. Kidney lands. Big damage means that Return Flag will take it 1-0. Didn't see a lot of resists there. That's part of the reason why we wanted to remove Orc from this matchup. Maybe we'll do that in future tournaments, but for now, Return Flag getting lucky. Maggot resisting less than 25%.
Oh, what's that, Milk Steak?
I didn't mean to hold my... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's no worries. It's no worries.
Second match here coming out between Maggot and Return Flag. Oh, wait, they're actually... Neither of them are... So we actually have to focus the other one. I'm targeting... I'm going to target Maggot and focus... I'm going to focus Maggot and target Return Flag.
Hey, sounds good, mate. There is going to be the duel starting right now. The Frost Shock is on return flag. The Chain Lightning is going to come out, but there was no Nature Swiftness. The Gouge is going to come out. They vanish immediately. The Tidal Charm will connect with Maggot right now. The Crippling Poison has been applied. The Flame Shock has come down. The Blind has come out as well. He kills the Totem, but it was too late. It instantly dispelled it. He did it quite quickly, but the tick, it came out immediately. And he is just killing these Totems. It's Totem War. Return flag getting dangerously low. There's going to be a Flame Shock still on him. The Kidney Shot comes out. And I think it's going to be enough to take this one home. Maggot will defeat Return Flag here.
Return flag with a lot less tempo at the beginning of that duel. Doesn't get the early reset off. Maggot getting the cleanse on the Poison Totem. The lucky tick there on the Poison Cleansing, but Return Flag not killing it before he blinds because Maggot is spamming it so much. Let's see if this will be enough the second time around. Stoneclaw comes down. Looks like it gets Return Flag out of stealth here. Maggot...
He did technically tell him the rule. I feel it was the Stoneclaw that did it. I maybe needed to watch a little bit more closely. He's opening up onto Maggot here. They're going to reset.
Blind.
The blind comes out.
Should be a good reset here from Return Flag. I made sure to PM him so he knew that rule. Cheap shot coming out from Return Flag. Big damage coming on to Maggot. Will he look for... No, he actually just looked for the blind in response. I'm not sure if he can actually outlast AGM. I think it lasts a little too long for that. Let's check the timer. It's a 20-second timer. He could look to actually outlast AGM and just look for the Sapper finish. I think that's what he's going to end up doing.
He opens back up with the cheap shot. They get out of it immediately. The Flame Shot goes down onto Return Flag. The Kidney Shot comes out onto Maggot right now. Crippling Poison's been applied, and it will be victory for Return Flag.
No resist there coming out means Return Flag will take it 2-1, I believe, in this match. And Maggot there, again, getting a little unlucky with the resist. We usually see more resist. That's the advantage of kicking Orc. Wait, what? Isn't it 2-1?
Was it? Was it?
It's 2-1.
Sapper isn't. Sappers are fine. It was the only thing I was questioning was the fact that that reset the duel right after he got caught out with Stoneclaw, and I was kind of questioning that.
Wait, what? You said we can't Sapper. Never said no Sapper. What? No one said no Sapper. Who said no Sapper ever?
I didn't recall ever saying no Sapper.
I have my whisper logs here. Maggot has not whispered me. When? Where? We've always allowed Sappers. Sappers have never been up against the... I don't have question recorded. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry for the confusion. If someone did say that, we apologize.
I mean, if Return Flag wants to like respect a reduel, that's certainly in his prerogative. He's actually going to allow the reduel.
He's going to allow the reduel.
Sapper is still allowed here. Opener coming out onto Maggot, looking for the gouge there. Poison Cleansing Totem still down, looking for the kidney. It will be cleansed. He will get another cheap shot out after the blind. He looks like he will try and clear this poison cleansing. It does look like it dodges initially. And Return Flag will do some serious damage here to Maggot.
And now there is going to be a blind still on them. The sap is going to come out. They're going to immediately just throw the first aid bandages down on themselves to get full HP as their energy is going up as well. They're going to just go ahead and re-stealth, open back up onto the shaman here. This cheap shot's going to come down. The crippling poison is being applied. They're down to 40% HP. The second blind's going to come down as well. There will be no poison cleansing totem to stop this.
Going to be big damage here coming out. He's going to look for the... I don't think sap is actually off DR yet, so he doesn't look for the sap. No, it is off DR because that is a full timed gouge. Not going to look for the poison yet. Going to go for just a stun. Kidney shot does not resist. No trinket up. Maggot will look to die here. He doesn't use the sapper just as a bit of tongue-in-cheek, and the damage will probably be enough. No, Frost Shock coming out. Escape Artist in response. Thorium Grenade will miss, and that'll mean Return Flag takes it without the sapper.
Yeah, without the sapper,
I did earlier
indeed.
say that there was no engineering allowed unless specified, but then I did correct myself that pretty much only helmet is banned. Both helmets are banned. The Mind Control cap as well as the Goblin Rocket Helm, unless immediately specified.
Yep, sorry for any confusion, Maggot.
I actually do think it's fine that we get that reduel as well because Maggot did get the Stoneclaw out in the opener. And I think Return Flag was just confused and yielded there. But the next match for the final contender will be Vanu the Hunter against Milksteak Lol. Hunter against Shaman here tonight.
Yep, and I want to throw out a couple more shout-outs. So we just have so many content creators here in the chat. We have the Real Party Pooper, who was in the last matchup, and then we actually have my friend Holy Teen Man as well. I'm gonna get their Twitch as well. These are 2 other contestants in the tournament. If you like what they saw, if you like what you saw from them, throw them a follow. They're gonna provide more content in the future. We have a Mage friend, and we have our Rogue friend as well. And we've had countless others before this as well, with Babka and Milksteak and Tutor Tornado. It's been insane to see all the homies in Show-bec, and just so many people have come out and hung out with us today. So thanks to all of them for making it all the more special.
Good to see a nice turnout here tonight.
This is going to be a good duel. Milksteak's been playing on point tonight. Let's see if he can continue that trend.
Been playing well tonight. Let's see if he can continue his success against, I believe it was a mage. What was the first duel that he was against? I can't remember.
It
was a rogue. Anyway, we're into the duel already. Vanu here coming down with a bit of melee hunter action against Milksteak. Big chain lightning coming down onto Vanu, but boy is he tanky. Aura of protection and aspect of the wild will mean that he has good resist against Milksteak. Milksteak being grenaded there. NS healing wave will come out as the Frost Shock. He looks to dead zone the hunter. Not quite doing it though. Trying to get the healing wave out after the grenade.
He gets it.
Well, Vanu there with the medicine pouch up. But it looks like he will get some serious burst on the Milksteak with this freezing trap.
The Feign Death Freezing Trap is going to come out. They are going to try to just bandage themselves back up to a more comfortable HP total, and they do just that. They get the max range. They put the aim shot down. They put the multi-shot down afterwards and the auto. Milksteak getting out of the range of the multi-shot and avoiding the auto as well. He heals himself back up. The grounding totem is down. The grounding totem will get killed. There's another auto that goes down onto Milksteak as he tries to close the distance. The Viper Sting is going to be put out, but he dispels it instantly. Viper Sting out again. Is he going to dispel it? He does dispel it. The Frost Shock is onto the Hunter. He refreshes the lightning shield and he puts the elements down onto the hunter. Will he choose chain lightning? He chooses lightning bolt. He tries to heal himself back up as the hunter's just pumping out the DPS.
That pushback from the pet is so devastating, but Milksteak riding the lightning as a good elemental. Frost Shock will come out. Will he have another shock? No. Earth Shock comes out. Milksteak brought down despite an impressive performance there, riding the line between living and dying with those lightning bolts, with those healing waves.
WC with the trolls. Don't take WC seriously, anybody in my chat. Sizzlepack, I don't know. I don't think Return Flag pumps out content. North or Milksteak, do you know if Return Flag is a content creator?
I don't.
I'm not sure.
I didn't think so.
Fun.
Yeah. There was a couple of questions about that here because he's been playing really well tonight too. This is going to be round 2 between Milksteak and Vanu.
Getting those totems down preemptively. Milksteak here looking to be immediately frost trapped by the hunter. Damage coming down onto the pet from the totem. He will clear the totems though. Didn't see him clear the poison cleansing before and going for a bit of more of a sustained win by trying to drain Milksteak's mana. Here he will clear those out. Milksteak healthy, but big aim shot coming out. Thorium grenade in response won't be resisted. Big lightning bolt coming down. Chain lightning as well. Big damage. Tidal Charm will be resisted, and the Lightning Bolt Earth Shock, though it's a Frost Shock, will mean that Vanu is brought fairly low.
Less than
NS,
3.
was already used there by Milksteak, so it could be death. No, he dodges out. Frost Shock will come down. Will it be the heal? No, it'll be the Chain Lightning. He's just looking.
Come on.
Death in the eye. Will the Chain Lightning come out? Yes, it will.
Oh, Milksteak!
Enough. And Chain Lightning, Frost Shock. Milksteak again riding the lightning, seeing that pushback despite its terror. He looks it in the eye. He faces down the wolf and the orc, and he says, I can land the lightning, and he does just that. Milksteak tying it up 1-1.
The balls on that lad absolutely falling through the bottom of his shorts. It was the play. It was the play that needed to happen. He got hyper aggressive. He has no time to heal, and he just pumps out the lightning damage onto the hunter, and it was enough. It was. I thought for sure the hunter was going to take that one, but no, it's going to the third round here.
2 games by the skin of their teeth. Vanu here looking for the scatter, but freezing trap actually will be taken by the ground. No, it won't be taken by.
Ooh,
He used something else in the grounding. I don't know what he used in the grounding, but
maybe a melee.
I have no idea. I didn't actually see.
Well played on his part.
Shaw, they can put it out, but Milkshake here, a lot of damage coming on. Thorn Grenade, if it gets resisted, it could be bad. Title Charm in response, though Chain Lightning looking to come out. He will have the NS healing wave. Frost Shock will come out as he looks to get some damage. Grenade will miss from Vanu. Frost Shock is still down as he looks to get some serious damage. Lightning Bolt there coming out. Chain Lightning in response as well, but it will be the scatter trap. Milkshake will be caught in it, and this might spell death for our milky friend.
This isn't looking very good right now, honestly. And the Hunters playing this one by the books. They get a couple bandages ticks on themselves, so they don't go for all of them. Milkshake trying to close the distance. He tried to put down the Earthbind Totem just to slow the pet, and he's starting to get defensive here with the heals. And I think this is where it starts to become a problem. When they start to get offensive, what can they do? The Purge comes out, or the spell comes out instantly on the Viper Sting, but Vanu just has enough damage to take this one home. Good duel between both players here.
You gotta wonder whether or not Milkshake should have been rocking that medicine touch. He did opt for the shield. Actually, it's 3,000 armor on the shield. What the fuck am I saying? Holy shit, that's a lot of armor. What the fuck? I didn't realize it was 3,000 armor. I don't even have that much as a mage. What shield has more armor than my... Anyway,
Wait, people are calling shenanigans.
What were the shenanigans?
He potted, apparently. So my chat's...
Wait, did he pot?
Oh, I didn't see. Are we gonna need a...
Vanu
No,
did
he had.
Oh, it was an absorb trinket. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. We thank God. I thought we missed a potion. We've been fucking.
Oh, it's probably AGM. Yeah.
All right. Well, we actually do. With that, we do have the final for tonight. It will be Vantu against Return Flag. Vantu, the man coming out of left field, didn't really know who he was prior to this tournament, though. Or this Friday fight night, as it were, beating ESO early on, taking out Babka, taking out Milkshake in a 2-1 each of those players, and now he will advance to the final round against Return Flag for a best of 5.
Well, a good show on both players' part there. I'm looking forward to see who wins this duel. Now, we could still do the third place matchup, which would have been Milkshake versus Maggot if we'd like to, before or after the bronze matchup. Should we do it first, actually?
Right? Yeah. So let's get Maggot.
Yeah, Maggot and Milkshake if y'all wanted to.
Shaman mirror matchup.
Ooh.
Hog you, dude.
We're actually we're getting a lot of spam for a secondary tournament too, so maybe we'll want to consider doing another. If people are up for it.
If we've got the amount of people for it, I don't see quite why not.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired though.
Understandable, North. Either way. Everybody that liked the showing of Milkshake, he's going in for this last round. I linked their I'm gonna link their channel in the Twitch here one more time. Give him a follow. Excellent fucking content creator. Been doing this for a long time. We've had so many folks come out tonight that are good at their craft in terms of content creation and just playing the game. So a big thanks to them.
Let's look for the third place match, though. I'm not sure. Where is Maggot?
He might have dipped. Honestly, he might have been sad with /tar the outcome of. No, he's here. He's here. Oh, he's right here. He said, "Jeff, shut the hell up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this thing. We're going to do the shaman versus shaman matchup. Something that I don't know if we've seen before on the Friday night fights or the official tournaments themselves. It's just this is going to be a new one.
I don't think we've actually ever seen Shaman Mirror. I think this is the first time we will be seeing a Shaman Mirror matchup. Both of them going for the Savory Deviant Delight. Cannot stand the ugliness of Orc Shaman. I understand. That's why Alliance is the master faction. If you don't agree, you're low IQ. But these Shamans, for some reason, don't, given that they play on the Horde-specific class. Rockman here just showing up out of nowhere. I'm going to invis his ass.
I summoned him. I technically summoned him. He's ready to play the next one. Hopefully we're able to get this one on the road and see who's the victor. We'll go ahead and do a, what do you think, North, a best of 5 for the finals?
A best of 5, I agree, for the finals, but this third place match will be a best of 3. Would Troll or Torn be better in mirror? I think Troll or Torn would be better.
Ooh, yeah, good question.
They keep the Orc. I think Troll would be better. Troll or Torn, like either one would be better, but maybe they're both going for title charm. Let's see if they have title charms up. No, there's no title charm. They're just keeping their Orc though. Gotta respect people keeping what they think they're gonna roll with on Classic rather than going for that flavor of the month henhouse nonsense. We do have the double grounding totem down. Prior, Lightning Shield will come out as some melees come out from Milksteak onto Maggot, hitting with the flame, both double frost shock. And the grenade will land. Looks like big chain lightning coming out here. Big damage from Milksteak onto Maggot as he looks to bring the pressure. Grenade will hit, and he has the response chain lightning, but the NS healing wave will come out as Milksteak looks to finish the duel. Fake cast the chain lightning. Maggot almost certainly will go down. No, the grounding totem comes out. Earth shock again, not fake casted. Fake casted prior, and the Earth Shock will mean nothing as Maggot looks to sustain here against a low mana Milksteak.
Yeah, Milksteak has lower mana, so Maggot does have the possibility of winning this one. You know, we are going to respect the elements, that's for damn certain, but what happens when both players respect the elements? That's when you're in for some trouble. The Lightning Bolt's going to come down, but it hits the grounding totem afterwards. I think that was a full rank potentially, as both players are about the same mana total. Maggot's been using quite a bit of theirs, but that being said, the HP totals are very similar as well. They're trying to bait out the the nature spell. They're trying to bait out the Earth Shock potentially as they just sit there meleeing each other. Now there is going to be the Furball Pouch that's healing up Milksteak right now. The Chain Lightning is going to come out, and it's enough to bring home the first win.
Good choice of the Furball Medicine Pouch. I like to see it. We wondered why he didn't have it. It was because of the 3,000 armor. But in a matchup that doesn't require armor, we see him coming out with the W there. A lot of tempo at the beginning, but he does miss the crucial Earth Shock there that does cause Maggot to almost... Wait, why is Rockin unable to teleport? What the fuck? Anyway, he does miss the Earth Shock there in the middle of the duel that could have sealed the deal. Maggot almost bringing it back, but it's not quite enough.
Both players kind of just tossing down that grounding totem, trying to absorb one of the spells potentially here. Milksteak's actually going with the nature resistance, and he's going to try to time the grounding totem here potentially. As both players eat up and get full. It's interesting to see the difference in totem choices, isn't it, North?
It is. The nature resist totem, I think, is probably the wrong choice, just given the ability to double grounding and then throw down the nature resist totem. We'll see if it works out. The purges are coming out early here. Milksteak trying to get rid of the grounding. Big damage here coming out onto Milksteak from Maggot as the Thorn Grenade looks to interrupt. It misses, and Milksteak is actually still bringing the tempo. Earth Shock will be fake casted there. Milksteak getting serious damage here out. Earth Shock will be in response. Looks like he almost will certainly take. No, he didn't actually land it. It was fake casted because he does get the nature spell off right afterwards.
Nature Swiftness Heal is going to come out, and they're just going to be pumping out the damage. The grenade is going to connect, but will it be enough? The Lightning Bolt is going to hit. The Chain Lightning hits the totem, though, afterwards. That would have been the end of Maggot, and the Earth Shock is going to be the end of Maggot. Milksteak coming in clutch with the third place win here. Good duel by both opponents. They happen so fast, North, between the shocks and the Nature Swiftness Chain Lightnings, Nature Swiftness Lightning Bolts, whatever they decide to do. It just, everything is happening so fast that sometimes those are harder to cast even.
It is a very silly seeming duel when you have such low cooldown interrupts with classes that only have one castable spell. So they both realize how important it is not to get Earthshock. And so you have this game of fake casting constantly. I don't think we've seen a single matchup with that much fake casting.
No,
even
no.
Mage versus Mage doesn't have quite
dead on, North. That's astute. It's dead fucking on.
Yeah, I mean, Shaman's really, really weak in vanilla to interrupts to their nature cast. This isn't, this isn't Wrath of Lich King. There's no lava burst. You can't fire burst people. So they'll both look to shield those Earth Shocks. And Milksteak coming out clutch. He's a good man on the fake cast and not getting fake casted himself. So he'll take the W because of it. And let's see if we can get Return Flag into the ring here for the final place best of 5. Return Flag is here, and if we get Vanu on the floor, yes we do, we will have our final place match, a best of 5 Rogue versus Hunter.
I'm going to enjoy this. Great players. Both of them playing exactly how they should. Either one can take this. Any predictions from the crowd? Who do we think is going to take this one? I actually think predictions were live on the. Isn't that like on the bracket thing? There's like I think there's predictions enabled, and people have been predicting quite a bit here. That's fun to see.
Have they actually been? It's a cool feature if it actually gets used well. Big burst coming from return flag. The goal will come out in response. It skulls both the scatter and the trap, but he doesn't actually click it off there until the very end. Blind will come out, double blind onto the pet there, using the prep. Hopefully he doesn't get a resist here, because if the resist comes out from the hunter, it could spell the end for return flag. He will get trapped there, though. Mistiming a bit here. Rare to see that kind of error from return flag. He does get the clutch double blind, but it's not enough as he goes for too many bandage sticks. Vanu there, though, not getting really anything out. Looking to kill the rogue here. Vanish will mean that the cheap shot can come out. Doesn't get resisted onto Vanu. He does look for the cold blood there on the Evis, but another trap means that he will be CC'd here. I'm not sure if you'll have any response to it. No, it will tick off fairly early. The aim shot is canceled as return flag gets a re-stealth off. No, he will get some damage though onto return flag. Grenade will miss completely. Big whiff from return flag, but he's closing distance here with sprint.
The pet's not on him, North. The trinket's going to be popped, so they have that extra shield right now onto the hunter right now. They put the trap down, but will it be enough? There is going to be an arrow coming out from the rogue to try to slow them down. It didn't matter if the pet wasn't on him. Vanu is going to take round one.
Vanu with questionable pet management there, managing to take the duel over return flag. Getting, to be honest, a little lucky that return flag was a little off his game. Oh, he says the pet was bugged. Okay, it wasn't bad pet management. He just wasn't able to. Okay.
I'm gonna let him know just in case they're only playing and not listening. I'm gonna let him know best of 5, by the way. Round one does go to Vanu.
Distract bugs pet sometimes. Oh, okay, that could be the case here. Let's see what we'll have coming out from return flag though in this next match. Let's see if he can actually get the damage down. Vanu showing up pretty strong in this tournament, taking an early win off return flag. I thought that he would be able to, definitely a hunter favored matchup, but return flag, big burst here coming out. Gets the skull off. Title in response, but he'll miss the freezing trap. Knows a frost trap actually.
Ooh, potentially a misclick. It's possible here. Either way, it didn't look like it was going to click the blind or hit. The blind goes out onto the hunter. He resets it immediately and just blinds the pet as well. Puts down the heal on himself, and he gets very, very comfortable health totals. He is going to potentially put the sap down.
No, it won't be a cleaner double blind. He messes up again. He doesn't land the double blind correctly. He doesn't get the reopen on the hunter. The flare will mean that Vanu can reset. Rare errors here from return flag means that he'll get the trap off onto him in, if not a clean fashion, you know, a good enough fashion. Vanu here looking to regen and return flag on the back foot.
I gotta say, North, I haven't seen a lot of hunters utilizing that scatter shot time, and then they don't have enough time. I'm going to touch into that after this. The cheap shot comes out onto the hunter right now. They're going to have the crippling poison applied as well. The gouge is going to come out after, so they are able to just kind of get their energy back as they just take that little bit of damage from the pet.
Up. Are the return flags peeled off again?
Yeah, there's no trap right now, so they're just trading melee for melee right now. They do feign death, but there's no trap following it. The gouge is going to come out. The evasion does come out as well, or the evasion goes down. The crippling poison has been applied as well. The grenade is going to miss, and it's going to be round 2 for return flag.
Thought return flag had it there in the big combo at the beginning. Makes the mistake of taking too many bandage ticks. 200 health is not worth, or is it 400 health? 2,000 over 4, it's like 400 health, right? It's over, how many ticks? There's 4 ticks in the bandage? 2,000 divided by 4?
I hadn't even considered that per tick.
500 health is not worth your reopen as a rogue against a hunter, in my opinion. Vanu there, getting lucky that return flag is willing to, you know, tries to stick the same reopen, but doesn't manage to get it. Let's see if he'll fix that error this time. It wasn't enough for Vanu to take the match, but let's see if it could be here. Open on to Vanu. He does have the immediate title that gets trinketed. Title here back onto return flag, and Vanu here looking to kite.
Yeah, and he has created a distance for himself here. The grenade is going to come out. It is going to connect right now, letting return flag get a little bit closer. The blind does come out as well. Is he going to go for the double blind? What is his plan right now? I'm not sure. He has the serpent sting on him. The evasion as well. He opens back up to the hunter. The kidney shot comes out. The crippling poison has been applied. He's down to about 30% health right now. Getting dangerously low. The second blind is going to come out, but he's dancing around next to his freezing trap right now.
Rogues notably can see where traps are, unlike every class. So we will look for the cheap shot opener there. Very clean turn flag. Doesn't look like it'll be enough though, because the scatter shot is going to come down, but the rogue or the hunter has no trap. Big damage coming out onto return flag afterwards means that the skull isn't going to be enough. Vanu will take the lead 2-1 because he couldn't cold blood. Oh, cheap shot bug. Ugh. Ugh. What do we do about bugs, man?
Yeah, that's rough. Tips out saying hello to us. What do we do in those cases? I suppose, you don't run into it a whole hell of a lot. You know, do you reduel at that point? Is there any way to to confirm or deny if that was the case or not, or if it was just one of those missed cheap shots, or what the context was of the kidney shot? The hunter.
They can reduel. So Vanu, like we'll throw it out at the.
Hey, this is going to be a reduel. Vanu very
1-1,
honorable.
1-1 for both of them. Vanu being honorable. Oh, return
Oh,
flag.
no, honorable as well. You gotta love it.
He let the 2-1. He let the 2-1 stand here. Vanu with the lead. One more win will spell victory for our hunter friend. But let's see if it's enough. Return flag here, looking to close the gap. Tried a different strategy, double blinding the hunter rather than the hunter and the pet. Let's see if it'll be enough this time around. Return flag looking for the open. Looks like an ambush into a tidal charm. Gouge comes out in response. It might be the blind for the Wombo here after. No, he's going to get some damage down. He's going to dump his energy. He does have the skull still up, so he can't be trapped. But he's looking for the blind. He's too far away from the hunter. Vanu putting down some serious damage onto return flag. He's almost dead. The blind will come out. No trap in response. He'll be kept in combat. Big damage coming out will mean that return flag will take the duel back to 2-2.
I think it was a flea even at the last second. It seemed as though return flag had enough damage to kind of take that one home, but it was a flea at the very end, putting this to a 2-2. And here's the brackets as well, friends. I should really have updated that command.
At the 11th hour of the duel. Reopen here though means with the vanish, or excuse me, with the ambush, that the trap will come down onto return flag. Vanu looking to walk away, moonwalking away with how slow this crippling poison makes him. Lets it time out there. Does get some serious damage onto return flag. Concussive will come out. He's still in the flare. No Scorpion Sting down. That means that he could vanish here. Still walking closer. Gets the blind off onto the pet. And Vanu has fled from return flag. Walks out too far.
Oh, no way, dude. No.
They'll allow the reduel though. They'll allow the reduel. Not for any money. It's just for fun. So he will allow the reopen there. Vanu kiting a little bit too far. Ambush coming out onto Vanu. Scatter trap will mean that return flag does have his work cut out for him here. Let's see if he'll be able to close the distance or if he will fall prey to the damage of Vanu here. Good damage coming down. Sprints up. Rapid shots are coming out, and return flag is brought low. 10% HP. It looks like blind will come out. Will it be the double blind? It will be the double blind in the bandage. He needs those resources. He has so few.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what he's going to do right here. They are going to open right back up with the cheap shot as well. They're going to vanish afterwards. They're just going to keep pummeling the damage, putting the damage onto the hunter here. The scatter shot's going to come out. The freezing trap afterwards, and Vanu has defeated return flag. You hate to see it. It's going to be a swift one there. They knew that they were beaten. They were in the freezing trap. They had no more vanishes. This is going to be a victory for Vanu. They're taking it 3-2.